Hi everyone. So we have a special guest, Poppy, again. So before we start, if you haven't already, please go over to her channel and subscribe and like her videos. So today we were going to be discussing just briefly at the beginning about this new thing in Congress about the UFOs, etc. But me and Poppy decided yesterday that there's so much to talk about that on. We might do another live on that, just that topic during the week. So it's just fascinating, and I just think it's worth discussing, don't you think? So let us know in the comments what you think about that, guys. And oh, hang on. Right, so we're having a malfunction already. Right, sorted. So, hello, Poppy. Come on in.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, so got a lot to discuss because Cruella of Montecito has been rather busy, isn't she? A lot going on. And while we've got this up on the screen, this was the Archetypes production company. And basically, they've been saying, oh, it's everybody else's fault. It's, it's the podcast's fault. It's Spotify's fault. We weren't ready. But Spotify went to their home. They laid out all the setting. They did everything they could to make them feel comfortable, but still they could not produce. And it just says here what's actually hit the airwaves, says a source close to the couple. The Archetypes production source says the couple were not set up for the success. They were given no formal lay of the land to kick things off. So they were already on unsteady footing even before the ink was dry. Well, yeah, let's blame it on them. That they just cannot come up with anything interesting, let alone newsworthy. So, but it's always everybody else's fault. What do you think about that, Poppy? Hi, Lulu.
Hi, Lulu.
How are you
Well, yeah, it's
doing?
typical, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
It's
just
what they
ridiculous.
do. I mean, they all they had to do was like press record and speak, and it took them what, 2 years? 2 years? And in the end, Spotify, like you said, they gave them everything. Built a studio in their home for them. They
Mm.
even like sent their own staff, like 28 staff on this archetype thing. So how much more support could Spotify give them?
Well, exactly. I've never heard of any production company just for a podcast to give that much support as it is. So yeah. Hi, Sandra. How you
Mm.
doing? Yeah. Again, it's just like everybody
Hi.
else's fault. Instead of admitting that, look, we can't think of anything, not anything that's going to really interest the public or be beneficial to the public. So it's yeah, let's blame the company. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's their go-to, isn't it? Everyone's at fault except them.
That's right. And what have we got next? Because, right, what should we go with next? Let's go with, I think we will go with, let me double check. Firstly, let's do the short things first. It was Cruella's birthday on Friday, wasn't it? And here we have
Yeah.
Harry speaking through the car door while his wife gets in the car with another man. A bit of a silly place to put your nose there, Harry. If, like Poppy said earlier, if that was Meghan in charge of the door, she probably would have shut it by now, and that could have caused all sorts of problems. But no, wedding ring.
Hmm.
Yeah.
She
And
hasn't been wearing hers for a long time.
No, I did see on Twitter. I couldn't find the picture now. Mind you, it was really, really blurry. But apparently, on Friday she was wearing her wedding ring, but because it was obviously a bit too big, it was down by her knuckle. So where her finger was slightly bent, you couldn't see it in the normal place because it had slipped down to the knuckle. But Harry's, you can see clearly Harry's definitely not wearing. And is that just one of his expressions on his face, or are they having an argument? I mean, who's that guy getting in the car with his wife?
That's her friend's husband.
Oh,
Her
rightio
her
then.
a Pilates instructor and a yoga instructor friend. That's the husband.
Right.
Don't know where the friend is.
Well, yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? You would have thought they would have gone out as a
Mm,
foursome. Yeah, well,
yeah.
unless
Well,
Harry's getting in the
the
front.
no. Um, it's been well, I saw it in the press that they left separately and they went to separate places.
Oh, I see. Oh my giddy
Th-
aunt. Well,
This wasn't this this wasn't even on her birthday. Everyone thought it was, but it was the day before. Because why would you want to spend your birthday with your soon-to-be ex?
yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's just a photo thing, isn't it?
Well,
Photo
yeah,
op.
they've got to keep everyone. Well, they've got to try and keep fooling everyone, haven't they? Really, it's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, let's go to. I saw this, and I saw this doing the rounds on Twitter, and I just thought, oh God, hang on, where is it? That's it. That's better. Do you know what? Some of the things people have been doing with this photo is absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys. So yeah, the royal family walking over a zebra crossing. So you know, what have we got? The jail robe, the bumblebee dress, and now the zebra crossing. You know, she really doesn't do
She
herself any
she
favours,
make
does she?
she makes it so easy for us.
I know, it's ridiculous. But yeah, and you were saying she was wearing the flip flops as well. Again, she's not helping herself because she hates her toes, and I couldn't get a really good close up photo of that because it just kept going really blurry. Um, but yeah, she certainly doesn't help it. If you've got a problem with your toes, or if you feel you've got a problem with your toes and you don't like the look of them, stop wearing flip flops because she knows there's going to be, you know, backward around or whoever her camera people are nowadays, and she knows that they're going to get photographed. So again, I personally think she just, you know, does it on purpose.
It's bizarre. She used to um tell photographers, please touch up my feet. She said, I know it sounds silly, but people make a big thing out of it. And we pointed this out last week. It's not just any flip flop. It's that certain style. She must have like, I don't know. She's got many because she keeps wearing them different colours, and it just accentuates the long second toe. Hide the ugly, I say.
Yeah, yeah, and especially her bunions, bless her. It's yeah, I understand it's obviously a lot hotter over there than it is over here. And yes, you need to wear, you know, shoes that are comfortable and can, you know, let your feet have some air, but don't moan about your feet if you're willing to let them be on show, really, isn't it?
Yeah, she knew she was going to get papped,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
she
So
just
yeah, I
she needs
personally
some good Clark's shoes. That's what she
yes,
needs.
yeah, she certainly does. Right. So do you want to move on to the mirror? This was
Can I
the
just mention?
yeah, go
Can
on.
I mention the bag,
Yeah,
the ugly
mention
bag
that. Yeah,
again? So Last week we were talking about the giant ugly bag she had at the market, and she's outdone us again. It's the bumblebee outfit. She had this orange bag with like, I don't know, orange bubbles. It was the ugliest thing.
Yeah, it looked like it was made out of them, like, the what they call wooden beads that you use for jewelry making. It looked like hundreds of them. It's just absolutely revolting. I thought it just didn't suit what she was wearing anyway. She's just always got really bad taste. But she can't be told, can she? Hi,
No,
Thora. How
I
you
mean, she
doing?
refused. Hi. She refused a royal stylist because she thought she knew better. And it's why everything fails, including this new talent agency, William Morris. She won't take advice. She
No,
she just can't do that.
no. Excuse me. I've got the cough today. But yeah, as well, you were saying earlier about, oh, what was it? Something about the dress and Diana. Oh yeah, she did copy Diana with
Oh,
that jail robe. Because Diana
yeah.
wore a similar one, didn't she? But with only two black stripes. So again, the copying Diana. She just can't find her own identity, can she?
No. And the dress is being sold in America, like at currently. So she's obviously seen that and tried to copy it and failed miserably. Diana was tall and thin. You can't
Mhm.
you can't wear the same clothes as her if you're not tall and thin. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. How you doing? Yeah, that's true.
And now, yeah, and now their new Netflix thing, they've bought the rights to a book and they're going to make a film out of it. And
Yikes.
it's about a couple who met in their 30s, mental health issues, parent dying in a car crash. They're still trying to talk about themselves.
Well, yeah, because they just it's just as if they're trying to make a movie about themselves. Well, they practically are, aren't they? And they're still using his
Mm,
mother. I mean, you don't see
yeah,
Prince William harping on about his mother all the time, but Harry just used her for clickbait, really, doesn't he? And
yeah.
she just thinks it's brilliant using Diana, this, that, and the other. And it's pathetic. When are they never going to learn, are they?
No. And the last time William and Harry spoke together about Diana publicly, they promised they wouldn't talk publicly about her again. And he's done nothing but talk about her.
Well, yeah, this is the problem. Just they can just never
And
shut up. It's quite sad, really. But yeah, so they're doing this
mm,
film. Oh, who's really going to watch it apart from the Sussex squad? Because it's just going to be a load of old me, me, me. This is a film about us, and you know what will happen after? They'll do a documentary about it, and they'll bring up the fake pat chase in New York, and then that's because that will be another thing they can cling to, isn't it? And I just think they've got in their heads they've got this whole plan of documentaries coming up about probably just about the Pat chase. They'll do section by section on separate episodes or something, and yeah, they're not going to stop. It's absolutely pathetic, but I can't see it lasting much longer.
well, I mean, the amount of failures that they've thought up with Netflix, they spent 3 million. I don't know if it's pounds or dollars, but they've spent 3 million on the rights to this book. So, and then they've got to actually make it into a film. So they're spending a lot of money, and you it may never get accepted by Netflix, like
Well, let's
Pearl.
hope not, because it just doesn't make
It's
sense that.
called it's called mhm.
Oh, sorry, I was just waiting for you. I thought there's a bit of a sound delay again there.
Go on.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say it's. You would have thought Netflix would have learnt from last time and just shut the door on them completely, like Spotify done. It's like, Netflix. They can't be that desperate for content, Netflix, because all you have to do is look on Netflix, and yeah, most of it's rubbish, but there's still a lot on there. So I don't understand why Netflix just says, look, just go away, like Spotify did. Pair of grifters, or whatever the man called them. It's just, oh, I just don't understand really. It's just a desperate cling. They're clinging on by a thread, really, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, maybe Netflix is waiting for the Invictus Games thing to be
Oh,
put out, and then they could bin them. Because
yeah.
this thing's not going to be ready till 2025, if then. So,
Well, and the way they go on, she'll probably keep stopping, keep starting, and then they'll
yeah.
be late again, like they were last time. Right,
And
another thing.
they
Yeah,
said
sorry.
they were going to jointly work on it. How are they going to jointly work on it when Harry's in Africa doing another documentary?
Yeah, that's true. Unless they're going to be, they might be doing Africa as well, putting it all in a, not all in one. They're probably deciding either let's get Africa out the way, because that's a definite, isn't it? Get that out the way,
Yeah.
and then they can start on this, um, this new one, whatever they're going to be, pat chase thing, whatever they're going to
Mhm.
be doing, and yeah, it's very, very ridiculous, in my opinion. They just never know when to stop.
Mhm. The book's called Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune.
Oh, right. Interesting. Right. So we have another one.
Apparently,
Yeah. Sorry. Go
yeah, I was just going to say, apparently it's not that interesting.
on. Yeah. I'm just trying to get that photo up of his hair. But where is it? Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Yeah. We've finally
yes.
found a sort of biggish photo, the biggest we can get it on StreamYard. So we all noticed there's a patch here missing. So we're not sure what's going on with this. Whether he's, got alopecia or something at the start of that, or she's been um, pulling chunks out of it. What do you think, Poppy?
Well, I've heard that if you get a hair transplant, they remove the hair from right there in that gap above the ear, down the side of his neck, and around like his neck. That's the area they remove hair and they stick it up on top. So I think that's what's going on. I didn't really think he was going to be doing that, but seeing this and seeing the pattern of hair transplants, yeah, I think that's what he's doing now.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because he has, yeah, a little fuzzy bit going on top there. But I don't remember seeing that sort of thing with Wayne Rooney though. But I think the people done a better job with Wayne Rooney, because it just totally looks natural now, doesn't it? He had
I haven't seen him for a long time.
I wasn't, yeah, at a young age he went bald very, very quickly, and he got hair
Yeah.
transplant, and it does look it really did they did a good job. But we didn't see all this patchiness. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but he shaved his head a lot, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't see it then, would
He's a
you?
footballer.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. So this
And
top Yeah, sorry, go on.
So River on YouTube has
Hmm.
christened this outfit, Nutmeg's outfit,
Yeah.
the foreskin outfit, which I think's quite appropriate.
Yes. Yes, I agree. And when I first saw it, I thought I forget the name of the thing. You can eat it, and you get it out the sea. It's some sort of like sea creature, and it looks like a great big penis, and you can eat it. But I can't remember the name of it. It reminded me of that when I first saw it. But yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Foreskin
Yeah.
thing. Oh Christ.
So they were allegedly phoning up young people to congratulate them on winning an award. But when you there's cameras set up here looking at these two, and all these young people receiving the phone calls, they just happen to have camera and lighting filming them. So it's not exactly a surprise phone call, and it was a
No,
video call, but at other angles, you can see the phone screen. It's black. So they're talking to a nobody.
yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's the same as some of these other shows they do. Oh, let's go and quickly surprise Vera down the road. And by the time they get to Vera's already standing outside with cameras in tow. And so yeah, they're just doing what it's the oldest trick in the book really for these shows. And it's ridiculous because they don't fool the public. It's just something to watch. But yeah, if yeah, like you said, it wasn't a surprise. It was all set up, just another because they need to be seen together, don't they? Because we've all been discussing the divorce, and now they want to make out that they're definitely together and clothing sort of in sync with each other as well. Um, but with the
Yet
foreskin sort
she
of
couldn't
sea urchin, whatever it's called in the sea thingy neck.
yet she couldn't actually look at him once
Oh, really?
in the video, not once.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah. So, and like I said last week, Archwell charity, it doesn't give money to poor people. It don't seem to give money to anyone. But what it does is things that are in Nutmeg and Harry's interests, like this thing they're doing here. It's the Responsible Tech Youth Power Fund. It's trying to stop cyberbullying, which in itself is just laughable. You know, Nutmeg, allegedly, biggest cyberbully of them all.
Yeah, and
And
even Dan
again,
Wootton called them out, didn't he, the other day?
sorry,
Sorry, I was just saying even Dan Wootton called the Sussex squad out the other day, didn't he?
did he?
Yeah, but
I
sorry,
don't,
carry
I,
Hi,
I
Dilly
don't know.
Bab,
I
you
didn't.
okay? In a lot of
Yeah,
places I
and
won't be on the
Archwell
sorry to
Charity,
hear that.
they um, they always give money to research or reports that are in their best interests. Like this cyberbullying thing, it's just about censoring people, which
Mhm.
is what these two want.
Yeah, definitely. This is why they're so into hoping to try and get into politics, aren't they? It's yeah, talk about hypocrisy at its finest.
I know, unbelievable.
It is. It's just they're so in your face and so brazen about everything, and then it's like, oh, oh, let's stop everybody else from talking, maybe, shall we? No, it's they just need to shut up and stay in their £1 million mansion.
Yes, apparently they're moving to Malibu,
Oh, for
um,
goodness sake!
allegedly. So I watched a couple of Lady C's this week, and
Yeah,
yeah, got quite a lot of information. She said about the divorce, it's dire. It's not a matter of if they divorce, but when. She said that King Charles has consulted politicians, about custody of the kids. She said that this is outrageous. Nutmeg and Harry actually had a disagreement, another one, and
Yeah.
basically, Nutmeg wanted Spare to be released 2 weeks before the coronation. Can you imagine?
God, that's just it is. It's just pure evil, isn't it? You don't do things like that. Well, normal people don't do things like that. Fancy doing that, bullying people into their grave. Despicable pair.
Yeah, they they knew the Queen was dying and they refused to come and see her when they were in Germany, just like they're not going to come now for the year's anniversary. So Harry said no, and that's why it got released when it did.
Oh,
Lady C said that Eugenie fell out with them.
oh,
She was
really?
mortified that they filmed the Harry and Meghan part of it in the Queen's Playhouse. You know, her childhood house, that little house.
Yeah.
And yeah, Eugenie had the key for it. She's responsible for it, and the trust has gone there. And Prince Harry realizes the damage created by Nutmeg is unacceptable to him and to us. That's what Lady C said.
Wow. So he's finally smelling the coffee then.
Yeah,
But Eugenie was okay with them. Well, with them bullying her grandparents into the grave, but had a bit of a lost trust just over a sort of Wendy house, if you like. It just seems like the priorities are wrong there. Do you know what I mean? It just seems the wrong way round. Personally, me, I wouldn't be too bothered about the doll's house or out little log thing. I'd be more upset and hurt that they'd done that to the Queen and to my grandfather. That's yeah, but if there's trust gone, then in a way, then that's good because at least Eugenie is finally waking up a bit like Harry. But yeah, I think I think the divorce is going to be absolutely epic, don't you think?
100%. She's really gonna go for it. It's gonna be the worst divorce in, I reckon, yeah, the divorce of the decade.
Yeah, and with the laws over in California, because she's going to use the children, real or fake. She's going to use them at every opportunity as a weapon. And I think in California, the laws are that the children have to stay with the mother. But I think if because there is a thing with the palace, isn't there, that they can take custody of the children. But I think they're trying somehow make it so that Meghan is deaf. That I think they'd only take the children if they can prove that Meghan is 100% desperately mentally ill, which we know there's seriously something wrong there. Um, or if she, or if something else happens, which let's hope it doesn't. But I think that's the only way the palace could get them children to safety because they've got the nannies. Yeah, they'll give them a bit of stability, but apart from that, I think she's going to keep hold of them children and they're going to become extremely mentally damaged if they stay with her, in my opinion.
100%. But like, they won't have stability with nannies because they'll keep getting new ones. Because Nutmeg will like get angry with the nanny for not doing something, kick her out, get another one in. I think the king, what with the children, I think he's going to throw everything at trying to get custody of the children for Harry. So
Yes.
that, because, I mean, when people in America have met them, they all say, oh, yeah, Harry was like quite friendly, a laugh, and Nutmeg was cold as ice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like someone I know when I was young, she was always very, and she's a narcissist. She was always very rude to, if we saw her, she was always very rude to my friends or made them like feel very uncomfortable. And that's what narcissists do, don't they? They're very cold, they're very rude because they don't want people visiting. They don't want Harry. She won't want Harry's friends coming over unless it suits her. So she'll make them feel uncomfortable so that they'll don't want to come round anymore. It's just the little things like that. And well, by the sounds of it, Harry has woken up and smelled the coffee, and I just think he's just going to be like I said before, he's just going to be the prodigal son now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone thinks, oh, the marriage is coming to an end, it's ending. Nah, this is the beginning of part two.
Yeah,
It, like you said, it's going to be epic.
it is. We're certainly going to have a
There
lot
was
to talk about.
Paul Burrell said Nutmeg's a predator, which I
Yeah.
totally agree with, and he's written to Harry's lawyers 4 times, and he hasn't had a response.
Oh, interesting.
That's Paul Burrell is Diana's butler.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that says it all, really, doesn't it? He's obviously Harry's scared of Paul Burrell because Paul knows the truth about everything, really, doesn't he? And he's probably got a lot to say about Harry.
Yeah, and Harry's had a lot to say about him. I think that's why he's been writing to the lawyers, because Harry's been defaming him.
Really, bloody hell.
Called him a two-faced, called him a two-faced shit in Spare, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
And
Oh, I love it.
another thing I noticed, whenever you see Harry walking the dogs on the beach, it's always just that black Labrador, Poola. It's never
Yeah,
the others. So he walks his dog and the staff walk hers. It's another little tell that they're not together.
yeah, definitely. Especially if on their latest look at us, we're a happy couple. If she didn't look at him and they weren't really, interacting like mentally and spiritually as a proper couple, then yeah, that just says it all, really, doesn't it? It's I think that they just both look really uncomfortable, don't they? And that's just clearly her. That's just one of her fake smiles.
Yeah. And I mean, you can see it. Her jaw is sticking right out and it is clenched. She's not
Yeah,
smiling, she's grimacing.
yeah, it's quite disturbing when she does that.
Yeah.
Very disturbing. But yeah, what else have we got? You've got some stuff there. I think I've run out of stuff here because there's so much to talk about. It's not, we can't do it all in one live. Let's just put that on while we have a bit of a moan up.
Why not? Um, well, Neil Sean said that Prince William and Catherine are worried about Harry. They can see in the pictures and television that he's close to breaking point.
Yeah,
I think that the palace's PR is subtly out doing a good job for Harry again. People are starting to feel sorry for him again. and that's what the palace wants. Because how else are you gonna get him back apart from making people think he's a pathetic, sorry individual?
Yeah, that's true. It's yeah,
Um,
I think they're preparing themselves really, aren't they? And I think they're just, by the sounds of it, they're preparing the public for a comeback. And I just hope he
yeah,
doesn't do the royal duties after, he knew what he was doing. He grew up knowing right from wrong, and there's still no really forgiving him, not just yet anyway, not until
no,
he's got the help that he really needs, and he's genuine about being sorry and changing his ways. Then I think if he can prove that, he may have a chance, but it's going to take the British public a long, long time to fully forgive him.
he's not gonna. Yeah, I can't see him doing royal duties for
No.
like 10, 20 years. Because you look at Camilla, she was the Rottweiler. Everyone hated her, and now she's queen.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's yeah, I won't comment on that, but but there's just, despite what happened in the past, there's just something about Camilla I really, really like. And Charles, if you was to have high tea with them, there'd probably be a right giggle, really. But yeah, there's something about Camilla. I can't put my finger on it. There's something about her I really, really do like. Um, but yeah,
They're,
she
they're,
doesn't slag anyone off, does she, at the end of the day? So that's good.
yeah, they're happy. I think
Yeah,
that's what people like.
yeah, they
They're
have.
genuinely, or to use a word of nutmegs, they're authentic.
Yeah,
They don't pretend to be anything. They just are.
yeah, that's
And
right.
everyone can see that they're happy.
That's right. And I just think
Another
that,
thing,
yeah, go on.
now go on.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying again, it's just the British public accepting it is what it is. And that may not
Yeah,
in maybe, not in our lifetime with Harry, but it could do. He could change quite quickly. You just don't know. But I think us British, we're very adaptable, aren't we? We're very sort of like quite flexible. And if we see people genuinely trying, then we'll give them a chance, really. But Harry, he really does need, like you said last time, he needs deprogramming, doesn't he?
yeah. Oh, when he gets the divorce, he'll probably go straight into rehab because that's what celebrities do when they're in trouble. Go
Hmm.
into rehab, come out. I'm a changed person, but I d- I don't see how any of the family can even trust him
Yeah, I know, especially like when
after.
yeah, especially when Cressida had to go to MI5. That was before we really sort of like
Yeah,
noticed anything really. So that's, yeah, it's, yeah. I don't think that he'll be allowed to do royal duties for a long, long time. If I Actually, I don't think they'll allow him at all. I think he'll just have to hide away, get a job
mm.
as doing something, because otherwise, what's he going to do? Can't sit there all day and make a daisy chain, can he?
Well, I think because they've got a lot of property, there'll be work that he can do, and I reckon they'll just put him to work in the countryside somewhere, or maybe they'll just send him to Africa because they don't want him around. But
Yeah,
he's
most
never going
likely.
to just be able to get a job. He's
No.
he's, he's not bright enough. He's too entitled.
Yeah. Yep. So until he learns not to be such a snob, really such an arrogant snob, then I think yeah,
Mm.
they'll probably get him doing the gardening, and but mind you, we'll probably have a tantrum because I don't think he likes getting his hands dirty.
Well, he's got to do something. Michael, the alleged children.
Yeah, the alleged children. Yeah, Yeah, we're yet to.
Um, and they've another disagreement between Nutmeg and Harry. They've been arguing over the alleged children's titles.
Oh,
Harry wants them to be used from school age. Nutmeg doesn't. I mean, Nutmeg probably knows they'll be laughed at because you're not meant to have princes and princesses in America.
well,
Harry,
yeah,
his
exactly.
experience of being brought up as a prince in the UK, that's it's different. He thinks, he got brought up as a prince in the UK. He was arse licked all his life, but the alleged kids are in America. It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't see how they can get away with it over there, really. But it does make you think if Meghan said that, oh, she just doesn't want the kids being bullied or, because they're laughed at or whatever. That's that shows her that she has got some kind of care for the children. Or is it
No,
just so that she can say, "Well, I said,
no,
during the divorce, I said, that they shouldn't," just to sort of like lower the blow, if you like, so she comes away looking the better person all the time. But I don't think she cares about them
no,
kids, not at all, if they exist.
no, no, no. She's a narcissist. The children, alleged children, are extensions of herself. If
Yeah.
people laugh at them, she'll perceive it as laughing at her.
Oh, yes, that's true. Very true. God, it must
You
be
know,
so
we
exhausting being
we
a narcissist.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people calling people narcissist, but to me, a narcissist is a psychopath. I mean, you can have a lot of people have got narcissistic tendencies, but a real narcissist is without empathy or guilt.
Mhm.
They're psychopaths, and there's
Yeah.
nothing they won't do.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Exactly. Yikes, it's, quite sad really, isn't it? And, to see it all unfold in real time, even sadder, to be honest. But yeah,
Yeah,
what do you think,
it's
guys? Let us know your
no
thoughts.
no place for kids, alleged or otherwise.
No, definitely no. And
Harry's hmm,
yeah, sorry, go on.
Harry's gonna be busy in the next month. He's 9th of August, I think that's Wednesday. He's going to be in Japan for a summit on sport and community.
All right.
12th of August, 12th of August, Singapore, charity polo match. 9th to 16th of September, Invictus with Nutmeg allegedly. Um, so that he's going to be in Germany at the Invictus Games 3 days before the year anniversary of the death of the Queen. The family will be spending that time at Balmoral. Um, Harry and Meghan are not really wanted. Obviously,
No,
there's the trust issue.
yeah,
But,
definitely.
you know, I think that there is an open invitation, and the royal family are just hoping they don't accept it. But
Yeah,
I think it's shameful. Harry's going to be in Germany like days after it, and
yeah, that's true.
he still can't even be bothered to spend that time with his family.
No, that's
He
it.
never
Well,
learns.
no, he doesn't. There's no genuine apology there, is there? There's no effort whatsoever. And well, he probably in his head he's probably thinking he has to do it because in his head, actually, I think he's using it just an excuse to get as far away from Meghan as he can do at the minute. But no, personally,
Yeah.
if you want to come back to the UK, you've got to start making amends with your family. So just go, even if it's just for a day or two, just at least prove that you're making an effort somehow. Um, yeah, it's very, very sad. And it just goes, it's just no heart there, is there? Just cold as ice.
Yeah. And I mean, they're having like marital issues, but you know what narcissists are like. They can pull him back in again.
Oh yeah, she'll
So,
she'll be hoovering him up when she needs him.
mm, and he, you know, I don't know if he fell in love with what she was portraying as herself. If she starts acting like that again, he'll go back to her, I think.
Probably, yeah, definitely. When she
But
runs
it's
out of
gonna,
money.
yeah, there's definitely gonna be a divorce at some point. It's just when it's convenient for them.
That's right. I think they'll get as much films, or well, that's if they're going to do this new Netflix thing. Get the Invictus and all. Oh yeah, apparently the one Meghan's going to is the farewell one, because they're basically kicked her out. I did see an article on that in the week. I forgot to upload it, but apparently she's not wanted at Invictus, so they're basically politely kicking her out. She's going over there to just, say farewell. Um, Goodness me.
Another fashion parade.
Yeah, another
And
fashion
like
parade.
any normal family would take the kids. You're going to a different country. You're going to sports events. Why wouldn't you take the kids? They won't. I guarantee they won't.
No, they won't. If they did, I think
It's,
I'll pick my jaw up from the floor.
yeah, it's very strange to say the least.
Yeah, exactly. There's something not right there. And I personally think if the kids do exist, I think she's either deliberately hiding them, knowing that people will be asking questions, coming up with all sorts of theories, etc. We'll be chatting about it on YouTube. So that would all work in her favour, or she's using them for, to as a toy between sort of like them and the royal family, or they just don't exist at all. I just think at the end of the day, this is what I hate most about narcissists. They will use, and they'll always have the special child as well, won't they? And it's normally the female.
Yeah.
It's just the way they use children for their gain and their betting and their bidding, and it's just really, really, really sad to see. They just use them like a tennis ball, back forth, and they don't care about the damage they're doing to the children. And we'll just have
Mm.
to wait and see what happens. But I just think if the palace can get the kids off them. I know it sounds out of order, but for their sake, it would be for Harry, like you said, for Harry to have. For their sake, it would be much much better for them. They've at least got a chance of some sort of healing, if you like, at a younger age. Hi, Mika, you all right?
Yeah.
Long
Those
time, Mika.
kids,
Where
I
have
mean,
you
if
been? We were going to send out a search
if those
party.
yeah, Dilly's been on the missing list as well.
Yeah, well, Dilly Gaff, bless her, she had a bit of a calamity and broke and hurt some ribs, so that's probably why.
Yeah,
Bless her.
she's not very lucky. She falls over a lot. She's clumsy like me.
Well, at least it makes three
But
of us.
those kids, yeah,
Yeah, we're all right,
if
thank you.
there are kids, yeah, we're good. If there are kids, she's she's weaponizing them. It's the most spiteful thing.
Yeah, that's the
If
word I was
if
looking for.
if Charles is, they're his grandchildren, and she just refuses to let them be seen. It's just pure spite.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, but maybe the kids will grow up and they'll write a book about her. You never know.
Yeah,
Because they will rebel and they will lash out at some point in their lives, and I don't think they're going to be wanting to have much to do with the mother, to be frank, because you get to a certain age, 16, for example, and you just can't wait to escape. You just know there's
yeah.
something mentally not right, and like with a lot of children that have been brought up with narcissists, they'll be thinking, I just want a normal mother. They'll go around their friends' houses, see their relationship with their parents, and think, well, this is normal. Why can't I have that? I just want a normal mother or father. And then, as soon as they get to the age where they can leave home, they'll just do what they can to just get away from it.
I
But
don't
they will
think
rebel.
the alleged children will be writing any books about her though, because they'll living with a narcissist, they'll know exactly what she's like, and they'll know not to provoke her because she'll cause hell for them if they do.
Yeah, you got a point, but I do know someone that did, and it did actually work in, not write a book, but they did sort of like expose what she was doing to them, as when they were children. And because she
Mm.
thought when she was young, no one would believe her. And she had no proof of evidence, but she got to an age where she started to record because she needed it. She needed to get out of there because it was that bad. You just don't know at the end of the day. You just don't know. But no, well, maybe books a bit far of a stretch, but they will rebel in some way, whether they just stay quiet and just leave and not have much to do with her. But they will know that something's wrong, and they won't like her for it.
It's very sad because when they do want to get away from her, they won't know either side of the family.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And I can't imagine them doing royal duties with an American accent.
No, no, I can't either. Not to sound horrible to Americans, but yeah, that wouldn't
It would
really
be
be nice.
weird.
Yeah, it would be. Omika says she has absolutely no power. She's working for the underlords that took over our world. I hope there are children. I mean, I really do. Yes, well, they want to hope themselves that they've got actual legit kids as well, because the truth always comes out at the end of the day. Michael says there has been something
Yeah.
weird about the children, or they would push them in our faces. Yeah, that's true. Something's just
The
weird
birth
about the
certificate,
situation. Sorry.
Harry, the birth certificate, I said it last week, he didn't sign it. It's
Yeah,
typewritten
that's
where it
true.
should be signed.
Yeah, yeah, it should be. It should be. It's all
There's
very
something,
hushy.
yeah, there's something very wrong because, like you said, she would be posing with the kids outside the Linzo wing, like Diana. Of course, she would have done.
Oh, she would have lapped that up, wouldn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scooby Doo got the sack from Yahoo.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh, dear. And then, as per usual, he had to
apparently,
go on and make out that it was his decision.
mhm, I heard that Yahoo found out that their royal correspondent, Scooby, was not allowed to be in the same room as Prince William, and that's why he got the boot.
Oh, wow. Well, there we go then.
Because Prince William, yeah, William's put his foot down and was like, no, I don't want him anywhere near me. Quite rightly.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, you just once a snake, always a snake. And it just makes me laugh that he's just like Meghan, isn't he? Always makes out it was his choice, his decision, when really they're just not interested.
Oh, they go back a long way, him and Meghan as well. I didn't realise. I've seen pictures of them together in 2012.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Blimey. Right.
And when the divorce happens, you watch the Sussex squad turn on Harry. Because, like, it's Meghan that's arranged all the Sussex squad, in my opinion. And they will turn on Harry and do to him what they're doing to all of us.
Yeah, and then he'll realise how bad it's been for us, you know.
He won't care. He'll just be worried about how it's affecting him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mika, that's what I think. I'm wondering, I've always wondered, is Marcus Anderson Nutmeg's handler?
Yeah, it's weird. And there was a you know that photo that was going around. It was definitely him, and I don't know if it was her or just her. You know, someone photoshopped it, but them having an intimate moment when she was allegedly a porn star. Apparently, someone the other day pointed out that there's a mark on his neck in that photo, and another photo of him as well. So it does look like him, but you know, everyone's got a past. But something's going on there, and I think it's more cozy than we originally thought, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus Anderson, he's been there every step of the way with Nutmeg, you know, all through the marriage, he's been there in the background. It's a bit weird. Like, if you're a couple, it's just a bit weird having this bloke hanging around. And we know he works for Soho House, and both families have said when Nutmeg and Harry started going to Soho House, that was when they changed. So yeah, maybe yeah, what Mika says in the comments.
Oh yeah, right, that bloke. Yeah. Do you want to move on to the Beckhams
Yeah.
quick?
Old
If
story
this,
being
oh, it's
brought
the
out,
internet's
and
so bad
then
here.
Tom Bowers bringing more.
Oh, there's a security
Go on.
guard. Have you got any links to that, Mika? Right, sorry, Poppy, I'm just
Yeah,
having signal.
yeah, that sounds
1 minute it works,
interesting.
then you press something and it doesn't click. But have you got your notes there
Yeah,
with it?
yeah. Um, so they've just had trouble with the Beckhams, caused by themselves, obviously. I've noticed that there's
Mhm.
a lot of stuff that happened years ago that's being put in the press, like Jill Biden said that Nutmeg would be a great president. Yeah, she said that 2 years ago, but they're bringing out all this stuff again as if it happened now. And they brought out the Beckham's argument. Miss Flop, where are you? She's deserted me. Wonderful. Well, I'm not sure. Oh, there you are. You there, Flop?
You booted me out, for goodness sake. Honestly, oh, this computer is a nightmare, and it's not even that old. Right, let's start again. Let's get this up. Right, there we go. The
So
Beckhams.
they were there was an old story, and it was put out like about a week ago again, that the Beckhams had fallen out because Nutmeg accused Victoria of talking to the press about them, and then so she got Harry to phone up David Beckham and tell him off, and that was the original story. But Tom Bauer has now come out with a lot of stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he has. And there was something about he was oh, that was it. They went to Invictus and David Beckham was invited, and when he got there, he was like, "Well, where's Harry? Where's Harry?" And Harry was just like, "Well, he doesn't matter." And so yeah, there's a lot there behind the scenes that's not going on, but it's all yeah, it's like you said before, it's all because she couldn't get free stuff off Victoria.
Yeah, and this was in the story 2 years ago. She
Yeah,
asked for free stuff, a free dress. Victoria said no, and she didn't like that. Another
right, I
perceived
see.
slight.
Yeah,
Well,
it's sad.
Mika, we were thinking that the UFO thing, which is like, I never thought it would happen in my lifetime, that they'd be talking in Congress about aliens. We were thinking maybe it is some sort of distraction for something else, because it's a pretty big distraction, isn't it?
Well, yeah, yeah, it is actually, but there's definitely I personally think there's something in it. But I think we we're definitely gonna have to do a live on that in the week when you're not busy, Poppy,
Mm.
because you came up with some stuff I've never even heard of. And myself, I've done a lot of research into this over the years just because it's just curious. And there's something there, whether they're messing with us or whether it's real and they can't tell us. Whatever's going on, it's happened for far too long now, and they need to start at least coming clean about something. And I think that's why they're trying to push Congress. But wouldn't
Yeah,
it be
I mean,
interesting if
like,
it was true? I'd be pooing myself, wouldn't you?
yeah, it would be a big shift in the way I see everything. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'd feel about it, but yeah, there's definitely something. It's been going on for, well, forever. I mean, there's stories in the Bible that sound like UFOs. That
Oh, bloody yeah.
there's loads of stuff. Second World War. They had the Foo Fighters flying along the next to the planes. Um, and like Native Americans, they've got all UFO stories as well. So there's
Yeah,
definitely been something for a long time.
yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a live on that in the week. But
Oh, yeah. The cover stories are just that the America puts out well, no, everyone puts out a hilarious. We were going to talk about one in Brazil, and the excuse the Brazilian government came out with was there was some dwarfs who were pregnant, and that's why the emergency services were running around the woods after a little person.
oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh, crikey. But yeah, it's I mean, at the end of the day, not everyone can be wrong. Not everyone can be on acid or whatever these people accuse the other people of seeing UFOs or not everyone can be wrong. Yes, there's a lot of money to be made out of it, but who knows? Something's going on. And so yeah, I
You've
think
got
we'll have a bit of
Air
investigation.
Force Air Force footage. You can't really fake that from the
No,
planes showing UFOs.
no, and laser beams or something like that as well. Some pilots have seen, haven't they?
All sorts of stuff. And I mean, in Congress, they said it was, they've got UFOs, they've back engineered them. And if you think about when we learned to fly, just, little planes, we've come a long way very quickly since then.
Yeah,
Suddenly we've got the internet, AI, computers, all that sort of stuff.
yeah, yeah, that's very true. I'm not crazy. I had an experience back in '78. We on right. Well, Mika, when are you free in the week so we can have a right investigation about this? When are you free in the week, Poppy?
I can fit in.
Okay. Yeah, Mika, let us know because we don't want you to miss this live about the UFOs. I'll get as yeah, me and Poppy will get as much as we can on it, and you can tell us your story if you want.
Mm.
Obviously, change your
I
name or
spent like when I was a teenager, I spent so long I was fascinated, so I watched all the stories and read them. So yeah, there's loads. Rendlesham Forest, all sorts of things. And it's always, well, mostly over nuclear sites, which is a bit of a concern.
God, yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a concern. Oh, Mika says, you tell me and I'll join you. What about Wednesday night? What's the best time for you Wednesday? But yeah,
I
it's
can do it whenever.
yeah. An Area 51. I've always wanted to go there. It makes me laugh though, because when you
Mm.
watch some of these YouTube things, right? Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting place to go to. But it's just what are they called? The men in the white trucks, the security guards. Are they called sand rats or sand something? And it's like they try and stay discreet behind like tumbleweeds but clearly staying obvious. And yeah, it's just some of these videos are so funny. People really
Yeah.
do push their luck
And
as well, don't they?
you can't get near though. As soon as you like approach the boundaries, down come the vans and
Yeah,
you know, they've got oversight of the whole Area 51.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, the guy in Congress, he said that they've got biologicals that are not human.
Well, to be honest, I mean, they could be making weird things like you see all this inbreeding going on, don't you? I mean, I couldn't find it. I can't find. I think that video's been taken down. I was going to try and get it on there tonight for this, but I said to you yesterday about that video I saw with the dogs that it come. One of the dogs came out. It looked like a lion. They'd clearly bred it with I don't know what a lion or something looks like a lion. They're doing something.
Yeah, there's a lot of genetic manipulation going on.
Yeah.
I don't think they should.
No, God, blimey, flipping heck, no. Goodness knows what they could come up with. Crikey. Right, so Mika, what about are you all right to do just so that we can get Mika on, Poppy? Are you all right to do sort of like no, maybe 9:30 Wednesday? Would that be all right for you? Would that be all
Mm,
right for you,
yeah,
Mika? Oh my God, that EPS. Well, you can see it, Poppy. That man that was
yeah,
in jail. Can you see Mika's comment?
mm,
Right, good. Okay, then. Well,
yeah.
we'll come on, and then when you're ready, Mika,
Oh,
let us
Leslie,
know.
hi.
Hi, Leslie, and then I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, sounds like you've got lots of interesting stuff.
Yeah,
I've heard of the Wayback Machine, but never been on it.
I've never heard of that. I need to catch up with these things. Right, I'm sending you my
Yeah,
email
it's like,
now, Mika. Email me when you
oh,
can, so I've got your email address. Yeah, that'll be a good one, that will. Something different as well, isn't
yeah,
it? You know, instead of us talking harping on
yeah,
about Meghan Markle all the time.
yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
definitely
right.
an interesting subject.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot to talk about that one. And yeah, I'll just have to see how that one goes. But is there anything else you want to talk about, or do you want to wrap this up?
Thomas Markle Sr. never got him an invite to the wedding. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, no, he didn't, did he? It's that's really sad. And
Mm,
fancy telling your mum to go to a wedding on her own, sit on her own, and then telling her not to talk to anyone. How uncomfortable! I mean, I'm not
yeah,
keen on Dorito after now what we know what she's like. But at first, I did feel quite sorry for her at the wedding. But now we know what she's like. I don't feel sorry for her. But that's just a horrible thing to do, isn't it, to your mum?
yeah. And I mean, she and Harry then left, and she was just on her own with all these people. King Charles tried to make conversation, and he was quite confused because she just wouldn't speak. Sounds like Nutmeg had ordered her, don't tell them anything. But
Yeah,
they should have kept Thomas because at least Thomas had a bit of a clue about how to make podcasts and production, stuff like that. He's probably got some good contacts, but they chose Doria the stoner.
yeah, that's true. The one that
Oh my God.
knows her place.
And another thing, so you know the royal family, when they give Christmas gifts, they do like joke presents, cheap stuff.
Oh yeah,
Well, gue- guess what Nutmeg gave Catherine for Christmas? The first Christmas?
what?
A knife.
What? A knife?
She
An
gave her a
actual?
knife.
Oh
A
my God!
knife. Yeah.
Did it have any sort of
I
engraving
mean,
on it?
no, it was just a knife. And ever since
That's
she left the royal
bizarre.
family, she's wanted to stab Kate in the back.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How one,
What?
that's really weird, and two, that's a bit like, oh my, that's rather alarming, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, I wonder what Catherine thought. Oh, it was a letter opener. Well, what's I'm sorry, but I know something's better than nothing, but she could have been a bit more thoughtful.
Mm. She's a psychopath. She
Yeah,
doesn't think about other people.
right. Letter openers are a symbol or something. So I'm just going to Google that quickly, just so we can get our facts correct. We like to get as much
I
facts as
heard it
possible.
I heard it was a fruit knife.
Meaning of a letter opener. Right, Google says no, nothing here. I thought that was, sometimes they have a conversation on a Reddit or something to say there's a deeper meaning to certain objects that you're giving. No,
Hmm.
can't see anything
Yeah.
there. But me personally, I don't know. I wouldn't be excited about that if someone bought me one of them.
Well, you've got this woman in the family, and she's acting very bizarre, and then she presents you with that. I wouldn't like it.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd prefer I don't know, a Marks and Spencer voucher personally. I mean, I think Catherine would be happy with that too. Well,
Mm,
it's just no thought. I've never thought to buy anyone a letter opener. That's not my first thought. It's something more meaningful, more, you know. Oh, the she just hasn't got any brains. She's just got no
yeah,
identity of herself. She just can't think, can she? She's just, like you said, a bloody psychopath.
yeah. I mean, the narcissist in my family changes a lot. You know, if they're hanging around with a certain sort of person, they'll be that sort of person. Then everyone in the group will realise and get rid of her, start
Yeah.
hanging out with a new lot of people, and she morphs into that sort of person. Because they don't, I don't, I don't think it's that they haven't got a personality. It's just that they can't show it because it's so black. So they just keep presenting as something else.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's rather bizarre. It's quite frightening, and especially when she was, you know, loitering about and sneaking into the bedrooms at Kensington Palace. Personally, I would have kicked her out there and then and said to Harry, "If you want her, you go and live elsewhere with her. We're not having that thing around, stalking my grandchildren."
Yeah, and taking photographs inside.
Yeah,
It's a huge security issue.
exactly, exactly. I bet MI6 and MI5 have got so much on her. I'd love to work. I'd just love to be a working there as a secretary just so I can find out the latest gossip. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, they will have so much.
Oh, I just
I
wish
mean, there's
they'd
all
tell
sorts
her.
of crazy. Go on.
Oh no, I was just saying, I wish they'd tell us. It needs to all come public now.
Yeah. But like, even when she was here, there were those weird stories of her, like, being found wandering the grounds of Windsor, like, in a bit of a weird mood, and then getting picked up by a police van and taken back to the house. Very strange.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Wonder what. Maybe they were told they weren't allowed to walk the grounds because they like to be seen. And they sent, they had to send the police in or something to give them a stern warning. That's the only thing I
It
can
was
think
at
of.
night as well. It
I was at the
was in the
night.
middle of the night.
Oh my
Yeah.
giddy aunt. Maybe she was sleepwalking. That will be her excuse, won't it?
Maybe she was tripping.
Well, I wouldn't surprise me. She always looks half out of it, doesn't she?
Yeah. So does he.
Yeah, crikey. Remember she was on Nickelodeon when she was like, oh yeah, she was, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
so
can't stop telling us about it.
oh blimey, and she still can't improve. Flipping heck. Good grief. Oh dear. But I think we'll wrap this up now, Pop. She's been around for a long, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think we'll wrap this up now,
Hmm.
Poppy. But guys, come back
Yeah.
Wednesday. If you can join us at about 9:30 p.m., we'll be doing the UFO thing then. Mika's hopefully going to jump on, and yeah, that'll be a good one. That will loads of stuff on that. That's if I can get
Um,
StreamYard to do as it's told.
and we'll be doing a usual Sunday at what time?
Say about, should we do 8:30 again? What do you think?
Yeah, we'll be like 8:30, 9. We'll work it out. So yeah, Sunday nights. That's what we're doing. So it'll be on my channel next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mika, I don't know, but we started at 8:30 today, if that helps you.
Yeah. So Wednesday's one will start 9:30 UK time. And yeah, hopefully, yeah. I'll get an early night the night before.
Hmm.
I keep having really late nights, and I just think, no, you're not going to miss anything, Sarah. Just go to sleep at a normal time. But I always think I've got something to do, or I just come alive at night time. I feel quite lethargic during the day, but at night time it's ping, I'm wide awake again. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, my brain kicks in at 6 o'clock. Just thoughts coming at me.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? But yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna have to go and love and leave you all. All right then. Right, yeah, thanks, Mika. Right, thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget, join us 9:30 PM UK time for the UFO thing. And if you've got anything, my email's up there in the comments somewhere and on my page in the about section. So if you want to jump on, you're more than welcome. Or if you just want to give us something, then the emails, you can send it to me email. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. But thank you to
Hmm.
Poppy. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will see you all on Wednesday.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, yeah, interesting. Right, Poppy, we'll speak soon. Thanks for the live. See you later.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.